Well, we are talking about April snow. It doesn't happen every year, but it does occasionally happen. Now, I don't have numbers from the hill towns. It's like a totally different world in the high elevations, and you guys know that. But just in the Springfield and Chicopee area, we've seen our share of April snow. April 6th, 82, we got over a foot. April 1st, 97, lots of you remember that one. We got 10 inches in this area. And as late as April 24th, we've picked up over 2 inches of snow. So it can happen as late as this time of year. We've even seen a little bit of snow in May. Now, looking at our current weather alerts, this is mostly for northern New England, but it also includes western and central Mass. Now, most of, actually all of Worcester County now is under a winter weather advisory. Same for most of Franklin, Hampshire, western Hampden County, and southern Berkshire County. It's the high spots here for sure. The high elevations in Franklin County, in Hampshire County, and northern Berkshire County, up into the southern Green Mountains. I think right in this zone, this is where we're going to see the highest snow amounts. Wouldn't be surprised to see a foot and a half of snow possibly in the southern Green Mountains. So it's going to be a pretty significant storm system. We got a lot of players here bringing in a lot of precipitation. At the moment, it's all rain up and down New England. So everybody is seeing rain right now. I think I see one little spot in the Adirondacks is starting to see a mix over to some snow, but that's not going to happen for us until later tonight. So our futurecast shows this batch of yellow. This is some heavier rain coming through between about 7 and 9 p.m. Now this is with a frontal boundary. So as the front comes through, the winds will shift direction. Once that happens, the colder air starts to dive into the high terrain. You can see 9 p.m. it's already happening in the Green Mountains, and then poof, into the Berkshires, into the hills, Route 2 corridor, all the way down into Munson, into Brimfield, into Holland, into Wales. You'll start to see either a mix or a transition to snow close to midnight. Then we go into the overnight, and even the lower valley changes over to some snow. But it's not going to be too intense to really overcome the warmer ground. A lot of it will accumulate on grassy surfaces. Roads could briefly get covered before the sun comes up, but then as soon as it does come up, they're going to turn wet or maybe just a little bit slushy. Then the lower valley changes back over to rain anyway, and that's going to melt the snow. Meanwhile, in the higher elevations here, you're still going to be dealing with falling snow, but due to the higher sun angle, a lot of it's not going to continue to accumulate. So most of the accumulation happens overnight. We'll have falling snow, but mainly wet roads. That'll be the story for Friday. It's going to be cold. It's going to be dreary. We'll have rain and snow showers that continue into the evening and then taper off by Friday night. Saturday, we might have a spot shower here or there. A lot of patchy cloud cover as well. 6 to 10 inches of snow at the highest levels here in western Mass in the Berkshires. 3 to 6 inches for most of the hill towns. Getting into the Route 2 corridor, and I think even down here toward maybe some of the high spots in Ware, Brimfield, Holland, Wales, even some high spots in Palmer may get 3, 4, 5 inches. And then once you hit the Connecticut River Valley, we're talking an inch or less. It's all about elevation with this system. If you're above 1,500 feet, you're going to get the highest amounts of snow, close to 10 inches. If you're above 1,000 feet, you're more like 6. If you're 500 to 1,000 feet, you're going to get anywhere between about 1 and 3 inches of snow. It's going to cause dangerous travel conditions overnight into early tomorrow morning. Potential for some isolated power outages, especially for areas that see over 4 inches of that heavy wet snow. Temperatures tonight don't really drop below freezing, so it will be a wet snow. It changes over to snow overnight, and then we have some rain and snow that continues into Friday. Saturday is looking better. Mostly cloudy. We'll have 50s back for the weekend, 60s back for early next week.